I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Phil, would you mind leading us in prayer?
Sure. Everyone, Father, heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you. We thank you for the moisture that you give us. We thank you for the beautiful spring coming into summer green that we see, and we just pray that you watch over all of the activities that go on in this town of ours. Pray that you guide us this evening as we make choices, that we make good choices on behalf of our citizens. In your name we pray.
Amen. Thank you. All right, reading and approval of minutes from April 15th, please.
Motion to suspend the reading of the minutes and approve them as presented.
Motion by Pillar. Second. Second by Stern. Discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Okay, approval of the agenda. Any changes, additions?
Move to approve.
Okay, motion to approve the agenda by Stern.
Second.
And second by Pillar. Discussion. All in favor of the agenda say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you. All right, engineers report. Anybody on the line?
No.
Okay.
Just the written report, no action items.
Anybody have any questions or concerns about anything that's happening right now? Okay. We're gonna zip through this. All right, request a citizen's raffle permit for Mercer County Peace Officers Association. The proceeds go towards Tops for Kids fishing tournament.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Pillar,
Second.
second by Stern. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That is passed. Moving on to 8A. We have Renaissance Zone application by Daniel Mathias. Completed the application. Purchase of their home at Ottertail Creek Loop. Any other information, Monty, you want to add to that?
I did have one correction in the minutes from the Renaissance Zone Board. It said that occupancy was presumed to be on occupancy on May 31st. It would be that the structure would be completed by May 31st. So that was the only change I had.
The third thing, I'll just back up, okay?
Okay.
The Renaissance Board did meet on 4/26, and so they did approve the application, and their recommendation at the meeting was to approve the Renaissance application with the understanding that there would be a 5-year tax abatement at 100%, similar to what we've done in the past, and then years 7, 8, and 6, 7, and 8, then with the decreasing 75, 50, 25. And that's what we traditionally have done in the past since the new terms have come into effect.
Okay. So we need a motion to accept this, the application for Dan Mathias.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Pillar.
Second.
Second by Stern. Discussion.
So now, albeit they're doing the Renaissance, they would still qualify if there were monies left
Oh, yeah.
for that other program that HCD is supporting. Now, are they able to do that if they're gonna do occupancy this calendar year and the money's gone this year? Are they able to then approach you guys next year?
Yeah, well, actually, in this particular case, they've already received the benefit.
Oh,
They already have.
okay,
And in partial answer to your question is that we still have 4 allocations that could go out this year.
oh,
But because of the way the building cycle is going, see, typically what happens is that's not divvied out until the time of closing.
right.
So we know that one more that's already in the loop that will happen. But yes, the Renaissance piece, and one of the things that I will just share for the good of the board is that when people have been in and visited with me, about the possibility of looking at purchasing in town, which I think has been a great thing, that the program that we put in place through ACD, plus then when I can talk about Renaissance Zone, that being on top of that really seems to open their eyes then in terms of, because it is quite an incentive then.
Thank you, Pastor.
So I just have a question about this other.
Yeah.
Well, this other than a program, I guess, what is that? I guess?
Okay, that is a program that the Hazen Community Development Board put into place, and they allocated up to $25,000 per structure for a new home that is built within the city limits. And they allocated up to, and the way that we approach it from the standpoint that it would be a pilot program, okay? And they allocated up to $150,000 out of that, which would be coming out of the sales tax dollars. Yeah. And so as of right now, Casey, there are 2 parties, and this being one of them, that was able to take advantage of that program.
So someday, when we get taxes on that home, it's a new home and stuff like that, so it would likely be on the higher end within the tax base, so it's a program to incentivize people to grow the city with new construction and possibly when somebody is coming from the outside and they're choosing between whatever community, if they happen to work at a plant or something like that, they get that type of incentive to build a new home that may lean them towards our community.
What other cities are doing that, Buster?
Well, I know our neighbors to the west are not.
But Bowman's doing it, and Kildare.
Actually, the two programs that I modeled after were McKenzie County, okay, which would be Waterford City area,
Yeah.
and Dunn County.
Okay.
Those are the only 2 that I've.
Yeah, I thought Bowman is doing it too, but okay.
I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure if they did the housing incentive.
Okay.
Yeah, I know they have Renaissance, but
Dodge and Halliday also have their own independent programs.
Do they? Dodge and Halliday do.
So there's a Dunn County, and then there's also some additional programs within the actual towns of Dodge and Halliday.
So then I just have a question.
Yes, Casey.
Too. I thought, I guess we can allow a residency until we get that water and sewer fixed or something like that.
I don't know what you're
The
referring to.
certificate of occupancy
So-
is not approved or aren't approved until that work is done, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know what that does to their financing or any of that.
And that's through the bank, correct?
Well, no, our building inspector issues a certificate of
Right, but
occupancy.
I thought they were having an issue with getting their loans filed or some of it through the banks too, or that's not an issue.
I'm not aware of any of that stuff, but yeah. But yeah, we aren't issuing any certificates yet.
Okay, we have a motion and we have a second. Any more discussion? Roll call.
Pillar.
Aye.
Stern.
No,
Obenauer.
Aye. Motion carried. Down to reports. sewer.
Okay, we didn't go through it in the engineer's report, but it was available to us as board members. But this last week, we had a pre-construction meeting on the water meter changeout program for the city of Hazen. We had participants from Dakota Supply Group. They're the supplier of the meters that we're going to be doing, and then they subbed out a contractor to do the installation. So I thought I would share. It was a very, very good meeting, lots of details on it. As soon as we get a little bit more established in terms of what the schedule is going to be, we're talking about a completion by the end of this calendar year, but everything that was talked about in the meeting tells me that it likely will be done well ahead of that. But as a heads up to our citizens, they will be contacted in numerous ways.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to use social media. There's going to be letters that go to the residents, multiple letters, that give them the heads up that there will be this contractor that will be getting in touch with them to schedule or work with them for scheduling, hopefully a time that's convenient for them. It'll be like a lot of the organizations, cable TV, whatever, where they say we'll be there sometime between noon and 4.
Mm-hmm.
But when they're actually on site, all goes well, it's about a 15-minute changeover. So it's a quick in and out. They're going to change out the meters. The meters then have the intelligence for communicating the meter reads back into the city and stuff like that. And we're right at the point where we're likely going to be heading off the old meters starting to fail a little bit more often. So I was exceedingly impressed by the organizations that are going to be doing the work. So, and more engineering will also be overseeing that, and then our folks, in the water group.
Do you want to touch on the lead service?
Yeah. I had asked the question also while I had more engineers' ear on the survey for the lead services within the residentials, and was then given access to the reports for the entire state as to the participation of all of the towns, because everybody in North Dakota is governed by this process. And Hazen actually is on the higher tier in terms of the number of respondees and stuff like that. Still not a great response, but where we, in our construction meeting, had conversations, we will have contractors changing out meters in every single home, so they will also then be taking on that task of confirming then what type of service entry comes into the resident's home. So that will put us in a position as a city where it will prevent unnecessary excavations external to the homes to confirm. It will have trained sets of eyes on all of the homes. So that's going to put us in a great shape, and we will be well ahead of probably the majority of the state, because we'll be done with our meter change out and we'll be done with the complete survey for lead lines on the incoming of homes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Question. I know I'm probably out of order, but when will that be started? Actually, I mean, did you have a tentative start?
Well, the tentative conversation, but that was from the folks that can do the work. They were talking around June-ish.
Okay.
But the Dakota Supply Group said, well, when we first set up the orders for the meters, we were looking a little bit further out. So there has to be some confirmation with the actual manufacturer of the meters as to whether they can meet that time frame. But again, all said and done, by the end of this calendar year,
Okay.
all should be done. That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Streets, Dave, what's happening?
Yeah, all repairs have been done on the street sweepers, so they're both up and running well. We did take delivery of our new front deck mower, more to go, so we've been using that. Started cleanup week. So far so good on that. Rain is being a little bit of a hindrance for us. And then like Monty gave you guys, bid sheets or spec sheets to replace in the garage door opener on door number 1 on our shop. It's old enough, there's no repair parts for it, and it's pretty hit and miss on if it goes up or whatever. You have to sit and hold the manual button through the whole process or whatever, and sometimes then it doesn't want to go all the way up. And then they serviced all the other doors in the shop, adjusted and got everything back up to par.
And that's just a heads up, there's no action required on that, correct?
No, we were hoping to get approval.
Oh,
So
okay.
they would order parts.
Gotcha.
1703.
Who's the contractor?
Midwest.
Move to approve the door
Motion by
replacement.
Stern to replace the door opener.
Second.
Second by Pillar. Discussion. Did I see when they can do it?
They'd have to order some of the parts. I
Some of the
thought
parts or
would be-
whatever, but it didn't sound like too
Yeah.
far down the road or whatever. It'd be fairly quick once we notify them.
Hey, any more discussion? Roll call.
Stern.
Aye.
Pillar.
Aye.
Omenauer.
Aye. Motion carried. Anything else, Dave?
No, I don't think so.
Good luck the rest of the week. I see there's some piles out there.
There's some files.
Casey, finance, busing.
So at this time, I don't have anything.
Thank you. And Monty, did Dustin have anything for the
No,
police?
not that he told me about.
Buster, HCD?
Well, you know what, let me change hats a little bit and talk about CBB, okay? Because I'm president of that, and I don't know if you've heard, but maybe you haven't heard because we really haven't. But at our board, we decided to move forward with trying to do a mock-up model of the airplane that L. George flew. A 12 by 24 mock-up model. It's gonna be a metal silhouette.
12 feet by 24 feet.
Yeah, a replica, and it's going to be located west of Hazen Sports Building in that open lot. We haven't determined exactly where, but we have gotten approval from the school board because that's school property. You know, that was actually it was a $20,000 bid. For that, and we're M&K Welding out of Golden Valley is looking at doing the silhouette. So they've done some other work, and so we're hoping that you know, down the road, we haven't finalized all of the details because we actually will be putting together a letter of doing some soliciting for some additional help. We have already reached out to a couple agencies. For instance, our local American Legion has committed to the project. They haven't given us a dollar amount, but we apparently there was a connection with the New England American Legion that we've reached out to them and some of the others, and so we're hoping that we'll be people will be willing and able to do that and turn that into eventually a very nice park, you know, in terms of that possibly, hopefully that'll become eventually down the road, maybe we'll do a little branding, excuse me, for Hazen, you know, that type of thing. That was the idea behind it, so that we could have something. And then, in addition to that, then of course thinking about what else we could do in that area. That's more than just the monument itself, you know, like more concrete, those kinds of things. Those plans are still in the works. But, so just in case you hear something about it, you know where things are at and what we're talking about.
Thanks, Buster.
Yeah.
And then I'll just mention real quick, Monty contacted the state last week about the pedestrian underpass project that's happening at Senex. That is now being delayed until 2026. It's not happening this summer. So, but it sounds like the lighting project from the golf course to the Krause's turnoff is still happening, but that's all DOT stuff, so.
And the bike, they were throwing another 3 parks. There's also a bike path thing.
Actually, all of those 3 parts of that project won't be until 2026. The lighting that he's referring to is they are replacing all of the old lights with
Oh,
LEDs.
Okay,
that are
they're not
currently
putting
in
in the new lights.
Not as of yet, no, that'll be part of that project.
It's just too bad. This has been in the works since December of 2019. This has been a while. All right, moving on down to 12A. Drinking Water Week proclamation. And Monty has it up on the TV.
This was just brought up by Southwest Water. It's just a recognition for Drinking Water Week, how well everything's going.
Come and walk up to the lot machines.
So if we want to be recognized as one of the Drinking Water Week,
We need a sign someplace that goes on display along Highway 200 that says we are
maybe a
an
billboard.
official yummy water city.
Discount.
Yeah.
Discount.
Yeah. So we need a motion for that if we feel like it.
Wow.
So moved. Motion by Stern, second by Pillar.
You can see it now. Dan's gonna put that on the front page.
Yummy water.
Hazen citizens drink water.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
He's gonna do like they do in the news. Hazen's water now safe to drink.
Now say. 12B, designate official newspaper speaking of the front page.
There we go.
Tough one.
The interesting front page article on the
Right.
Minot Daily News.
So during the elections, when the newspaper is selected, is that for the county then?
That's the
The
county.
official county?
Yeah.
And then we, as a city commission, then designate what entity we want to choose?
Correct.
I'll make a motion that we use Hazen Star as our communication newspaper.
Okay, motion by Pillar. Second by Stern. Discussion? Roll call.
Pillar.
Aye.
Stern.
Aye.
Over.
Aye. Motion carried.
Well, you barely squeaked by on that one.
You only got to do both. 3 votes.
I was gonna say during discussion, maybe we would get a discount.
Take it up the chair.
All right, public comment. There's none. Approval of the bills. Not you added a couple more on here.
Move to approve the bills.
Motion by Stern to approve bills.
I'll second that motion.
Second by Pillar. Roll call.
Stern.
Aye.
Pillar.
Aye.
Over.
Aye. Approved. And meeting adjourned. Wow.
That was a really quick meeting.